It's alive! It's alive! Hey guys, me ho Super Sorrel, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's Frankenstein. This is DC Multiverse's Frankenstein, and I'm really excited to have this in hand. This is from Comics and Cocktails, so thank you very much, Comics and Cocktails, for hooking us up with this awesome action figure. Although I did pay for this myself, I love this action figure. It is kick-ass. So, Frankenstein, one of the 7 soldiers of victory, a part of the modern realization of Dracula, which took heavy inspiration from the original source material, a lot more, but it was part of the 7 soldiers of victory sort of storyline featuring Zatanna and other characters from the darker side of DC, and it is a really cool story. And as you can see, he takes a lot of his appearance from the original Boris Karloff Dracula, which is pretty cool, right down to the big platform boots to make him bigger, and yeah, just the generic, like the stitches across the head, and the generic look kind of sort of looks like a more modernized version of the classic Frankenstein, which is really cool. The original version of DC's Frankenstein was originally written by Bob Kane and was made more of a monster who used to fight a lot with Dracula, and sometimes was under Dracula's thrall and would fight against Superman and Batman and stuff like that in the early days. But the modern realization, I think, is what we're going to see on the big screen as a part of the DC multiverse in the future as the movies progress, because we are going to see the monsters as a part of the DC movie line, which is very cool. So, without further ado, let's break him out of the packaging. I think it will work, using the monsters, because similar to how Marvel used Werewolf by Night, not a lot of people would have known who Werewolf by Night is unless they're diehard comic fans, especially into the monsters category of Marvel. And the TV series that the TV special they were able to create around Werewolf by Night not only felt new but familiar, and I think if DC do something similar using Frankenstein, I think that could again it would make people go, "Ooh, it's Frankenstein," but it would feel familiar for people, but with it being new because it's DC. So I think they could be onto something with that. I think there could definitely be a good movie featuring this character in the future. And hopefully, if it's going to be based on some of the modern versions of the stories, we might see maybe some of Batman's bigger monsters as well, which could be pretty cool. Okay, I've got the card out, I've got the stand out, let's get Frankie out. Got a couple of rope ties here to get rid of, so snippity snip, snippity snip, snippity snip, and you're free. I missed the snippity snip. Snippity snip. Let's sing a song that's inspired by Frankenstein. Let's sing a song. So, instead of Jesse's girl, let's call it Frankie's girl. I wish that I had Frankie's girl. Frankie's girl. What can I find a woman like this? Frankie's girl. And his sword as well. Right, he is free. He's out of the packaging. He's stomping around. He's alive. It's alive. Just put the box back together. Come on. Slow me down, box. Don't slow me down now. Don't stab me now. Ah! Right, a couple of boxes there. There's the picture on the back if you're interested. Very cool. Right, we don't need the box anymore, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of this character because it's Frankenstein. It's a monster staying in the collection forever, so yeet! That was a big yeet because that box was huge. And here, guys, we have Frankie out of the packaging, and he is a beast and a half. I need to sort his feet out though because they are very stiff, and he does not want to stand. So let's quickly just come on. Oh god, that might need heating up actually. They are stuck. Oh, there we go. crack them into place, Sorrel. I trapped my finger! That really hurt. Okay, Frankie is definitely now able to stand. There we go. He is a big boy. He is a big figure. And do you know what? Watch yourself, because I've done that twice now and that really hurts. I've trapped my skin twice in his joints. Jesus. They're sharp. They're sort of click into place as well, so it hurts like hell. Comes with this really big, awesome sword as well. Sorry, the light's just shining in from the side and destroying the shot right now. He does come with a trigger hand as well, which is cool. So, I mean, if you do have a ridiculously oversized gun, you could stick it in his hand. But that's where the weapon's going to go. Yeah, that's cool. So he's got his big sword there. Ching! Although, the cool part is as well, if you don't want to display him with it, he does have, mind the joint, he does have a place on his back to store it. So we can go and stick that in. So that's cool as well. He does come with a DC base. Is that even going to remotely work with a big character like this? I can't get this done. Come on, you big bastard. There we go. Yeah, so there we've got the DC Multiverse stand, and then we've got the Frankenstein card back as well, which we'll take a look at. Right, guys, let's head on down to the desk cam where you guys can get a close personal look at Frankenstein. He's too big for the diorama screen. Zoom up, zoom up. He's a big boy. Can't actually fit him in full frame. There we go. I'm sure that backdrop's about to fall off the back of the unit, but we've done it. We've done it. In the review space, I can just about fit Frankie in. Wow, he's a big figure. Is he taller than Killer Croc? I need to look at some figures here, because he's tall. He feels taller than a lot of figures I've held in a while. So yeah, like I was saying, we've got the DC Multiverse base, same as always, and then we got the Frankie card, which is pretty cool. 7 Soldiers of Victory. Yep, so it's based on that modernized version of him. Flip it around. Yeah, we can go and see this. Victor Frankenstein, a young scientist, becomes obsessed with the spark of life and soon creates a life of his very own. However, he's immediately disgusted by the monstrosity and abandons it. After a long pursuit and confrontation, the creature is assumed dead. But that could not be further from the truth. Now, centuries later, the creature has returned, donning his creator's name. Frankenstein fights the forces of evil as an agent of S.H.A.D.E, the superhuman advanced defense executive. Oh dear. S.H.A.D.E. Oh, DC, I love you. Looking at the figure himself, though, look how imposing that is. He is huge. So, articulation-wise, let's zoom up a little bit so we can see here. Articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint, so you can make him look left and right and up and down, all that good stuff. Plenty of movement there to be played with once you get it moving. The arms lift up at that side hinge pretty easily and also rotate. There is also rotation at the bicep as well, which is nice. And the elbows crack inwards, which is nice. Pretty much quite far as well, so there's plenty of movement there. The hands... yeah, there are hinge joints in there, so you can move them a little bit. Not too much, but it's enough. And at least they've given this guy an open palm hand and a trigger hand that can also hold swords and stuff. So they've thought about it this time. On some of the other big figures, they gave us static hands, which were no use at all, or just fisticuffed hands, which you don't always want just fisticuffs. This guy feels better because he's got hands that can do things. You've got the crunch at the abdomen that can crunch back and forwards as well as swivel left and right. His legs lift out, but not too far, to be honest. But he does have double hinge knees. Not that you can activate the other one quite so well, because you can't lift the leg really. I'm going to twist it right around. There we go. So you can activate it a little bit, but it's not really that much use to you. Because the cape at the back doesn't really allow you to get that. But there's plenty of movement there for what you're going to need for this figure. Ooh. And again, we've got movement at the no movement at the foot, but sorry, at the boot. But we do have the foot does rotate up and down and click into place, and we do have toe articulation with it being a McFarlane's. Yeah, so all in all, pretty decent, solid release there. He is really nice and very cool. But I'm still surprised how big he is. Let me get some of the figures to show you some comparisons. So big fig wise, the biggest figure I think I've got in the collection is Croc. And yeah, Frankie's bigger than Croc. Yeah, man, he's a little bit taller than Croc. So Frankie is officially the biggest figure in my line right now. I'm not sure if that means he's the biggest figure in the DC line, but he's definitely the biggest figure in my collection. Really cool. And I don't think we would be doing ourselves justice and fairness if we didn't reunite all of the Frankensteins from my collection. You guys know I'm a big Monsters fan. I collect most of the monsters that come out, so there is the Universal Monsters. Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossovers with NECA and Universal Monsters. This is the new S.H.A.D.E Toys version of Frankenstein. We have the black and white variant from NECA with the smiling face there. I think that looks pretty cool. And then we've even got the Marvel Legends Toy Biz Frankenstein. So there is my Frankenstein collection for you guys. How cool. They look cool all united together. Frankie's to the rescue. They're alive. They're all alive. And they all need a bride, except Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because they've got April O'Neil. NECA, please release us the Bride of Frankenstein pretty soon. I need it for my collection. And guys, speaking of my collection, what are you doing with your collection? Let me know in the comments down below. You may get shouted out in a future video. I may answer your question live on video. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it for you. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, may the force be with you. Bye!